Um, coming in, obviously, Eddie Hearn had a big signing with Jaron Ennis. Um, as far as that's concerned, of him, going with Eddie Hearn, do you feel like that fight could happen easier now with you and Ennis?
Yeah, hopefully, hopefully. So if I'll get the win, or I don't know, I have options, so it's good to get options. So yeah, always they can come and offer something, and I'll be in. Just the offer has to be to make a sense. Of course, I will fight. That's for sure. I will. I never ducked anybody, never in my life. Even like from the beginning, I said like the first fight I want to fight like 6 rounds, then I want to go to 8 rounds, and I didn't want like when they make like 15 and now, but you fought nobody. I said I just want the tough fights. So I never got to choose the opponent. Like they came just with one opponent. As I know now, in US they come with like 5 options, and then you can choose with your team. I never had this. Always they come with one. You will fight this guy, and okay, sign the contract and preparing for that.
Right. So, have you ever been sent a contract from Jaron Ennis?
No, never, never, never in my life. Now, they just offered me before, in like when it was like COVID, when I fought Justin Deloach, they offered it, and then they offered it again, and I accepted. I don't know what what went, why we haven't fought at the moment, but it wasn't me. Maybe it was like my team. I don't know who, but my coaches was on the same page, so maybe other people said no, I don't know, or his side. I said yes, that's for sure.
Um, is that a fight that you want?
Yeah, for sure. He's like everybody says he's a boogeyman. He's good. I'm not going to lie. He's a good fighter. But I think I have a big chances to get a win against him.
You said big chances.
Yeah,
Where do you what do you see? Where do you get that energy from?
nobody's like when everybody is fighting him, nobody's feigning him. They just go straight or something. You have to be tactical against him also. Like so, but he's like I said, great fighter, good fighter.
Do you feel by any means that he hasn't been tested?
This is like bullshit when people say not tested. He fought some pretty good guys, and he tested. Maybe if you look at Terence Crawford, who he fought, and then comparing with Crawford, what they are doing right now, so then yes, he's not tested. But other than that, I think he's tested, and it showed that.
I mean, when a lot of people want to see him and Crawford. I mean, you know, he Crawford says he hasn't done anything, and it really doesn't do anything for him. Do you understand? Do you feel what Crawford says, or do you feel like Crawford's avoiding him?
No, look, Crawford is the man. He beat the man, So he do whatever he wants. So of course, it's a big risk fighting boots at this stage. He's looking for a bigger fight. So looking from that side, yeah, and he haven't done anything to offer, Crawford something like a big fight or something.
Mm. Do you feel like in the other words, do you feel like you've had bigger tests in your career?
You mean me?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm, no.
You haven't been tested either.
I've been tested in my last fight. I fought a strong guy. Nobody wants to fight him also. So, you know, at that night, if we would fought somebody else, we would be like, we would knock out the other guys. But we, we like faced each other. So it was tough fight. He's tough. I knew from the amateurs, I fought against him in amateurs, so I knew how tough he is.
A lot of people, they say, hey, when it comes down to boots, people like to outprice themselves or something in that manner. Do you feel like, as far as you said, it needs to make
Yeah.
sense? When you mean that, when you say that, is that like a fight that's like, that it's worth a certain amount of money and you won't take it if it's as as like if it's not a certain amount of money, if it's not worth the title fight. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people say, "Hey, 3 times as much as my what I'm getting is not enough." They want more than that. Like in your opinion, do you feel like that could be an issue? Because now he's with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn says they give out a good paychecks. That's what I hear.
Yeah, so I don't know. To be honest, it will be up to my team. So me also included. So we'll see. We'll see what is good. For some is good, not good. But I would fight. It's like now it makes sense. I have a title. He has a title. So now it makes sense for sure.
Mm. Do you think that what would be the smarter route if you had to choose Barrios or Boots for you?
Either of them, to be honest, either of them. I don't know because, like you said, like Ennis now went to Matchroom, and it will be like I think maybe a little bit harder to make a fight, with PBC or PBC with Matchroom. It's
Why,
like,
if you're a free agent?
oh, yeah, I will be, but we'll see what I will do, what I will choose. It depends.
Right.
What's the
It depends.
options? Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends. But the fight will be makeable. Look, PBC is doing business with Matchroom and the Zone and like Amazon Prime, so they can work together. They like they are doing now with Canelo and Mungia, so they can work things out. That's for sure. Just fighters have to be willing to fight. I think that's the most important thing. And like you said, don't outprice yourself. It has to make sense. Everybody has the pie to share, and everything will be like great.
Right. Right. Um, did you see Giovanni Santalin? He be in wild card as well. What you think about Giovanni Santalin? I mean, it seems to me he's fighting for the WBO against Brian Noman. Or I think it's an eliminator, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. I never seen him at Wildcard, but I saw his fight against Rocha. So yeah, he's a good fighter also. So we're now with almost titles, let's say Crawford. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I'll tell you, definitely a great interview. If you could just hop on the link now, just chop it up with me on my YouTube channel so people could call in and ask you some questions.
Yeah. Okay.
Appreciate you, and if you got anything to say with to your fans before you're still gonna be talking to them. So that if they want to call in on here, they're more than welcome to, obviously. So you guys are, this is the opportunity for you guys to talk to Stanionis, ask him any questions. You have anything to tell your fans on the audio, on the
Yeah.
visual
Always,
aspect?
always thankful to my fans, for the support. So that's the way of fighting for the fans, and I will try always to give my best for the fans and exciting fights.
All right.